Welcome back to the Bearded Console Gamer, and today I'll be taking you through the positives and negatives of the newly announced Halo Infinite delay, along with leak news surrounding the potential release date of the Xbox Series X, and because I love the franchise and I want to talk about it, we'll address the rumours circulating around a potential Mass Effect Trilogy remaster. First up, let's talk about Halo Infinite. At this point, I'm sure you're aware of the Backlash to Infinite's gameplay reveal during the Xbox Games Showcase back in July, but just in case you've been self-isolating somewhere that's blissfully free of the corrupting influence of the internet, let's just say that it was divisive to say the least. Before you reach for the dislike button, let me say that I'm a huge Halo fan, and on balance, I think that the delay is a good thing, and that no Sony fans, the Xbox Series X is not dead at launch by any measure of the imagination. Equally, this isn't me saying that you should buy a next-gen Xbox over a PS5. Far from it, I'm undecided myself on what to get next, but I'm getting distracted. Let's get back to the recap. Halo Infinite's graphical showing during the Xbox Games Showcase fell far short of what the larger gaming audience was expecting, especially considering that it was meant to be showing off the most powerful gaming console ever created, and that huge sums of money had been thrown at the game's development. Following the backlash, 343 put out a blog admitting that they had a lot of work to do to get the graphical fidelity and overall quality of the game up. But they also defended some of the graphical design decisions by saying that they went for the clean, simplistic look due to the fact that Infinite is meant to be the spiritual successor to Halo Combat Evolved. I applaud that. I love Halo Combat Evolved to distraction, but you can do that and you can pay homage to it without doing that. But then it was announced that ray tracing wouldn't be coming baked into the game and that instead it would be coming in a post-launch patch. At that point, it became obvious that the game was going through some serious development issues that left two basic options on the table. Release a potentially unfinished or at the very least unpolished game, or delay and make it the best that it could be. Yesterday, 343 Industries announced in a Twitter post that they had made the difficult decision to postpone the release date to 2021. In the post, they cite that there have been multiple factors affecting the development of the game, including the COVID-19 pandemic, and that whilst they knew that this would be a huge disappointment to fans, it would be much better for the well-being of the development team. A delayed game is eventually good, but a rushed game is forever bad. The announcement is of course a huge disappointment for some, and it's undoubtedly left a significant gap in the lineup of the Xbox's next-gen consoles. But the sentiment being plastered on message boards by some Sony fans that the Series X is dead at launch is nothing short of laughable. The strength of first-party games is a major factor for many when deciding which console to buy at launch, but it isn't the only factor. There are hordes of Xbox fans who are going to buy the Series X purely because they love the brand and the Microsoft ecosystem. The Series X is also just the more powerful system, and if they're able to undercut Sony on price, well, that just makes it all the more appealing. Yes, it is a shame that Xbox won't have any huge first-party games at launch to show off the power of that system, but they are coming. Halo is delayed to 2021. It's not been mothballed indefinitely. Or infinitely. And in the meantime, it isn't like there aren't games to play on the Series X. There's a host of AAA games being released in the coming months. It's going to be difficult enough for the average gamer with a full-time job to play through Cyberpunk 2077, Assassin's Creed Valhalla, and Watch Dogs Legion by the end of the year, let alone the host of smaller games out there. Oh, and it feels like I'm forgetting something. Oh yeah, the ridiculous levels of backwards compatibility and Game Pass. So if you're looking to buy an Xbox Series X, you're not exactly hurting for content. Finally, it must have been a tough decision to delay the game, but if that decision results in just a little less stress-inducing crunch for what must be an already exhausted dev team, then I'm all up for it. Plus, a Halo game hasn't launched day and date with a Microsoft console since the birth of the original Xbox back in 2001. It would be almost incongruous to break that streak now. Anyway, this is going to be a long console generation with a lot of sales on both sides, and putting Halo back a few months isn't going to change that. Also, stop being dicks to each other online. Video games literally exist for you to enjoy them. Why do some fans feel the need to weaponize their love of video games to make others enjoy them less? Sony and Microsoft are literally fighting over you. You don't have to fight with each other, you beautiful idiots. Meanwhile, Nintendo's just sitting over in the corner watching all of this unfold and spinning massive profits out of little more than goodwill and complete silence. Moving on to this shifty and ethereal realm of rumours and leaks, a tipster may well have just revealed the release date for the Xbox Series X. On the same day as Halo Infinite's delay dropped, Microsoft announced that its console would be releasing in the month of November regardless. According to an anonymous tipster who contracted Tom Warren from The Verge, the exact date for that launch is likely November 6th. The tipster, or industrial snitch as I like to call them, managed to get hold of an unreleased Series X controller ahead of the official launch, and emblazoned in sticker form upon it were the words, "Do not sell or display before November 6th, 2020. So if that's legit, November 6th is the release date, and judging by the official announcement from Xbox confirming a November launch, they're going to be chiefly marketing their console alongside Game Pass. Finally, we are seeing increased buzz around literally the only thing that actually matters in the video gaming sphere, and that is the potential existence and release date of a remaster for the Mass Effect Trilogy. I've been craving this for so long, and just recently there have been a number of potential leaks coming to light where, for example, people have posted receipts showing that they've been able to pre-order the Remaster Trilogy. And Game have even had an in-house listing suggesting that the release date could be September 29th. In this Reddit post, another fan claims to have headed to their local store and pre-ordered a copy of their own. The name and release dates are probably placeholders rather than the real deal, especially judging by the fact that industry insiders like Shinobi and Jeff Grubb don't agree with them. But it's just possible that we could get an announcement on the remaster in the coming weeks. So yeah, take that 2020. Not everything is terrible. Just almost everything. And that's it for today, so if you enjoyed the video, please remember to like and subscribe, and stay tuned for more gaming news, roundups, and reviews.